Dear students, greetings to all. In this module, we'll be continuing with our ongoing chapter, Chapter 6, Molecular Basis of Inheritance. In this module, we will be basically discussing about packaging of DNA helix. Talking about the packaging of DNA helix in case of prokaryotes. In case of prokaryotes like E. coli, though they do not have a defined nucleus, the DNA is not scattered. The DNA is negatively charged and held with the help of some nucleoid associated proteins which have positive charge, and therefore they are referred to as nucleoid. The DNA in the nucleoid is organized in large loops held by the proteins, that is the NAP, nucleoid associated proteins. So here the DNA, it is negatively charged because it has the phosphate groups, and it is held together by the positively charged histone proteins, and therefore on the whole DNA becomes electrically neutral. So the DNA packaging in case of prokaryotes, it is with the help of non-histone proteins. Talking about the packaging of DNA in eukaryotes, histone are special group of proteins found in the nuclei of eukaryotic cells. They are responsible for packaging, leading to chromatin formation. This is important because without histone, DNA would be extremely long in relation to the cell. Eukaryotic chromatin structure consists of repeating units known as nucleosomes, which resemble like a bead on string connected with the help of the linker DNA. So we can see that the DNA which is connecting one nucleosome to the other, that's the linker DNA. Here the DNA is depicted in pink, and the globular structure which is given in green, that's the histone octamer. So that's the core of histone octamer formed by the 8 components of the histone. They are arranged as a pair of H2A, H2B diamers. So H2A, H2B will exist in 2, and 2 of H3 and 2 of H4. That leads to an octamer. There's also an additional type of histone protein which is present over here. That's the H1, which is present in condensed DNA. So the histone H1 is associated with the linker regions connecting the core particles, and it is required to obtain condensed 30 nanometer chromatin fibers from the smaller bead on string fibers of approximately 10 to 11 nanometer. Although H1 histone is most commonly studied linker histones, there are other. For example, H5 histone is substitute for H1 in erythrocytes. Histone packaging is a common mechanism throughout eukaryotes, and the structure of histones are highly conserved. They contain high amount of positively charged amino acid, lysine and arginine. H2A and H2B, they contain more lysine, and H3 and H4, they contain more arginine. H5 has the highest ratio of arginine and lysine. Talking about the DNA packaging, a typical nucleosome consists of 200 base pairs when we talk about in case of the eukaryotes. So, total number of base pairs in humans in a diploid cell, it is 6.6 into 10 power 9. And there are 200 base pairs. So, the total number of base pairs divided by 200 will give rise to 3.3 into 10 to the power 7. That is the total number of nucleosomes in case of human. So here in the diagrammatic representation, we can see that the histone octamer formed by combination of H2A, H2B, H3 and H4 histones, and there is a linker DNA which is attaching the two nucleosomes together. So here we can see that the two nucleosomes, they are connected with the help of the linker DNA, and the size, it is 10 to 11 nanometer, and it has to be condensed further to form it of a size of 30 nanometer. Here we can see that nucleosomes, they constitute the repeating unit to form a chromatin. So the nucleosome gets repeated to form a chromatin, and the chromatin is actually a thread-like stained body. And the nucleosome in the chromatin, they appear as bead on string model, which is of a size of primarily 11 nanometer. Now the condensation has to take place, and then finally the chromatin fibers, they get arranged on the metaphasic plate, that's the on the equatorial plate. So we can see that the nucleosome in a chromatin, it appears like a bead on string. Packaging of DNA in case of the eukaryotes. The chromatin is packed into chromatin fibers. They get further coiled and condensed at the metaphase stage, and finally they lead to the formation of chromosome. The packaging is carried out with the help of non-histone chromosomal proteins. So the short region of DNA double helix is 2 nanometer, which get condensed in the form of bead on string, that is of 11 nanometer. Further compaction takes place to make it of 30 nanometer. So there is further, the string will further coil up into a solenoid. So this condensation is taking place of a string into a solenoid, which is of 30 nanometer in diameter. And then finally into 700 nanometer, first 300, then 700, and ultimately metaphase chromosome of 1400 nanometer. So the compaction takes place. Now what can be seen is the solenoid model of folding and superfolding of the basic chromatin at the metaphasic chromosomes. Talking about the packaging, so in addition to the histone, there are the non-histone proteins and the nucleosomes. They have come up together to form the chromatin material, which has actually got two forms. One is the chromatin and the other one is the heterochromatin. The euchromatin. So the euchromatin region is the one which is loosely packed. So the loosely packed region which can take up the stain, it stains very light, and it is the active region is the euchromatin region. Whereas when we talk about the heterochromatin as depicted, it is the densely packed region. So the one which is densely packed, that's the heterochromatin, and the area which is loosely packed, that's the euchromatin. So euchromatin is transcriptionally active as well as it will stain light, whereas heterochromatin region, it's densely packed and it is inactive and it will stain dark. The stain which is used for staining the DNA, it's the acetocarmine stain. In this video, in this module, we had discussed about the packaging of DNA helix. Hopefully, you must have garnered all the concepts thoroughly. Thank you.